Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Acer Predator. Let's go ahead and see here if there's some model number information. So it's a Predator Triton 500. Alright, they actually have a more detailed model number here. So I don't know what this model number here is for, N18W3, but usually we'll go by this model number, PT515-51-71W. Alright, so that's the model number. It looks like we're going to use either a T5 or T6 screwdriver to open this up. So let me see here. We have the T6 already on. Yep, so we're going to use a T6 or Torx 6 screwdriver. And we're going to remove all the screws from here, okay? You want to keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that, put them flat side down like this. In the pattern, I remove them. So you got 3 going over here. I'll put these in the same row even though they aren't lined up, but because none of them overlap. So we're going to go 3 on the first row, 4 on the middle row, and then 3 on the bottom row. All right. So, yep, let's go ahead and do that. If I didn't, I think I mentioned already, but yeah, to keep track, put the flat side down like that. In the pattern, you remove them. All right, if this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, and share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. All right, if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. But anyways, let's go ahead and get all these screws out. I actually have my customer waiting outside today, so I'm actually gonna try and get this done real quick here. And see, they wanted it to just be cleaned up, so they want the dust cleaned out. So let's see. All right, we're gonna use a suction cup. Let's see if it'll pop out or if we have to use some pry tools here. So, okay, looks like the bottom part comes out easier. I'm just holding down the case with my fingernails here as I kind of pull up with the suction cup, and there you go. It came up pretty easily, at least the bottom half and the sides. Now we're gonna have to work our way over here. Sometimes this can be a tricky fake one. It looks like they have a part to lift the cover up here, so let's see if we can pull it up from there. Not really. Alright, so that's kind of like a tricky thing. It's not really a pull tab. So let's see, we're gonna have to work our way around. Let's see, where does it actually separate? Does it actually separate here? Some models, they design it to where it separates from up here, and they just make it look like there's a separation here. So I'm not sure if that's the case with this model. They have this plastic here that makes it look like it should separate from here, but it doesn't want to move. So let's see, I'm gonna rotate it this way. I'm gonna try and follow this. Oh yeah, that is a fake, this is a fake gap here. So as you can see, I'm moving this and it's moving this whole piece here. Okay, so there you go. I actually just pulled it up or slid it back this way and it came out pretty easily. We're gonna carefully lift this out. So you can see this is a fake release gap. All right, it is pretty dusty in here as you can see. So we are gonna have to clean it out. All right, we're gonna disconnect the battery. This design actually doesn't look user-friendly for upgrading at all. I don't see anything that you can easily replace in here. Looks like the LCD LVDS cable goes underneath this thermal sheet here. I think this is like graphite thermal stuff. We're gonna switch to, actually we don't even need to switch screwdrivers. I'm gonna just see about disconnecting the battery here. So if you can, it's best to grab the wings here. Let me zoom in. All right, so we're just gonna grab the wings and we're gonna just wiggle this and pull the battery connector out. So the battery connector is really easy to disconnect. That's nice. The wireless card is really easy to replace, but who's gonna do that? Come on. And then you got the speaker connector here, and that connects both speakers. So even the speakers, if you want to remove them, the cables are going underneath the motherboard. Let me zoom out again. So this design is terrible as in terms of being able to upgrade or repair anything. You basically have to do a complete motherboard replace or removal just to get to the main components. There is one nice thing here. The charge port looks like it's easy to remove. I don't see anything holding it down, so you can likely just pull this out and you can take this connector out. But other than that, the motherboard seems to be nothing replaceable. You got these 3 connectors on top. AFTP, I'm going to guess this is the touchpad. Oh yeah, T-pad 1. So touchpad connector. And this keyboard backlight, I think. Keyboard backlight connector, and the keyboard connectors here. These have flip latches, and this one has a little pull release latch, so you just pull it out slightly and it will let go of the connector. But yeah, there's not really much you can do in here. There's at least not for if you want to do a simple quick upgrade. And then you got the battery model number here, AP18JHQ. So at least you can easily replace the battery. That's nice, I guess. Battery and charge port. Also, there's a button here. I'm going to guess that's for, yeah, a battery release button. So if for some reason it's not powering up properly or the screen's staying black, sometimes you can use a pin through this hole here. Press and hold that for about 15 seconds to drain any residual battery power from the board. And you might be able to fix some minor boot issues or BIOS related boot issues. Alright, anyways, we're going to clean the dust out and we'll be back and put this back together. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so that one was pretty clean for the most part. It had some light dust. I didn't feel like it had enough dust in the heat sinks to cause any throttling or anything. The customer said that the fans were running louder than usual, and then the games were a little bit slower, so I don't know. It could be a software thing as well, if there's more stuff running in the background. But anyways, let's go ahead and reassemble this. Don't forget to reconnect the battery. Okay, make sure you get it lined up. If you are replacing the battery, make sure you have the red cables or pins going this way and the black ones going out that way. Because if you flip this upside down and plug it in, you can fry your motherboard. So it's very important that you don't plug it in the wrong way. Alright, and also make sure that you plug it in straight, not crooked, because then you can bend the pins in here. And you also want to make sure it's not difficult to push, because sometimes you can actually plug the battery too high or too low, and then you can also bend the pins that way. Alright, other than that, let's go ahead and put this thing back together. Let's get this lined up. Probably best to click these back in first because those came out last. So let's go ahead and get that all lined up. Alright, is it going in? There we go. Click it all into place. Okay, make sure everything else is lined up. Alright, I think we are good. This is a little bit not, there we go. Alright, it unclicked itself. Make sure these all click in properly. Sorry, I'm going out of view of camera, but make sure that all clicks in. Looks good. Looks good. The seam is all even. And then we just get all the screws back together. But anyways, that's pretty much all there is to this. Why is it not focused? Focus, please. There you go. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you. Again, if it did, make sure to like, subscribe, and share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And again, if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. And you're welcome to stay as I put back the rest of the screws. But that's all there is to it. Alright. Get all these screws back in. Go. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this. Bye.